Most NFT projects such as Azuki, CryptoPunks, Bored Apes, they usually have two launch cycles. So they have this primary market and the secondary market. The primary market, this is what we're going to focus this video on, is this website with a mint button that when you click it, you pay the initial price of the NFT and it's usually fixed 0.3, 0.6, 0.1 Ether, and then the NFT gets minted and give it to you. So this is the primary market. This is the first time the NFT exists in the blockchain. So yeah, we're going to focus in this mint button. And the secondary market is OpenSea, Foundation, Rarible, where everyone is free to trade their NFT and do whatever they want with them. So in this primary market, we usually need a separate website when you can click on the mint button so the NFT gets created. And yeah, we're going to do this using basic, we're going to keep it basic and generic. So make sure that this works with whatever website you're using. So we're going to keep it just with HTML and JavaScript vanilla. But keep in mind that if you are using Vue, React, Angular, this is going to be completely compatible because yeah, you're just using JavaScript. So yeah, before you start, we're going to need Node.js and NVM. So I'm using Node version 14, but just know that this should be compatible with different versions of Node. And also I'm using Linux, but this also should be compatible with Mac or Windows. So yeah, and also we're going to need an RPC URL. So you're going to need to create an account in Infura or Alchemy. We're going to use Infura in this video. And also we're going to need MetaMask with GoEarly testnet funds. We're going to use GoEarly now because GoEarly it's it's the most updated blockchain because we're transitioning from proof of work to proof of stake now. So yeah, GoEarly is the only one that's already on proof of stake. So and we're also going to also the other Rinkevi and Ropsten. I don't know Ropsten, but yeah, the other one will have to be deprecated for some time until they catch up with the updates. And yeah, so we're also going to need some funds, so you can get some free GoEarly ETH from the faucet. I'm going to leave all the links here on the blog post and I'm going to leave in the description. So yeah, now we're ready to start. We're going to create a new directory. We're going to cd into it and we're going to install a couple of libraries. We're going to install Truffle. That's this library allows us to connect to the blockchain. You can also use Hardhat or Remix. There are three full valid alternatives, but we're going to keep it with Truffle in this video. We're also be using .env and the Truffle HD wallet provider. That this will help us to keep our private key secure. And if you want to upload this to GitHub, you won't have to upload. You can keep this a separate file where you can keep your keys. We're going to see this later on this video, how does it work. And also we're going to use the Open Zeppelin contracts that allow us to use this Open Zeppelin contracts that have been super audited, super tested, and this will help us to reduce our code and use code that is safe because it's tested by a lot of people. So yeah, we're going to use this, and I'm going to speed up this video, but if you like blockchain content, if you like development, or just want to know how everything works behind the scenes and the new technologies such as like oracles, play to earn, layer 2, DeFi, NFTs, we're going to be covering all of that in this channel. So subscribe if you want to keep up with all of this. And also I will appreciate if you like this video, and it's also if you leave a comment. Also if you have any questions, you can leave a comment if you want. So yeah, we're going to speed up this video and see you in a minute. Okay, so everything is installed now. So we're going to run this init command. It's going to create a bunch of files and directories here that we can use now. Okay, so the first one that we're going to be modifying is the config, the Truffle config. This will allow us to connect to GoEarly. And yeah, and this is not updated. So yeah, this is the first one, quarterly. I'm going to use it quarterly, and when you see the video, I'm going to update this blog post. So yeah, the second thing that we're going to so in this Truffle config, we're going to connect to quarterly, and also we're going to use specify him that we're going to use the newest version of Solidity, which is 0816. So the next thing we're going to do is create this smart contract, and we're going to add this to the contract file, my nft.sol, add this here. This was just create, it's a basic contract. I don't recommend you to launch this smart contract. It's very simple. I would recommend, instead of launching this smart contract, this is just for educational purpose. If you want to launch a full collection of NFTs, you can look like, I would recommend that pick an NFT that you like, a code that you like. For example, like the Doodles Solidity contract. So you pick it, you modify, I just want to add this or modify that, and that's how you can create your own contract that is going to be like, yeah, it's better this way because this contract is going to be tested. This is just a smart contract, excuse me. That yeah, for example, but yeah, you can play around with this and just experiment, because this is a very small contract. For example, here is just 5, just a maximum of 5 elements. You can make like your 10,000 collection, or you can set up the initial price as you want. And also the creator, you should add if you want to test this out, you can add your address here, because this address is going to be the one that's going to pick up all the funds on the contract. Because how this works, when you mint a NFT, you create it and you pay the price, and this amount of Ether stays in the contract, and then the creator can withdraw it to his wallet. So that's how this works. Yeah, so the next thing we're going to do is create a migration file, going to call one underscore. You have to put the one underscore because Truffle keeps the migration in like in a sequential you have to keep the sequential number. So if so it will execute one by one. First the one underscore, whatever name you want to put it deploy, then the two underscore, and so on. So yeah, you can do that. And yeah, we're just going to need one file. Also, I put a 2 here, but it should be a 1. I'm going to modify this when you see this video too. And now we're going to add a m file. Then here we're going to add our private key and RPC URL. So the RPC URL, you can get it from Alchemy or Infura. You just have to log in. And here you create a new app. For example, now we're using Go Early, so you create a Go Early app, and here you click here and you can view your private key, and you just fit the HTTPS key and you paste it here. Now your private key is going to be the one from MetaMask. Obviously, I'm not going to show this in this video, but you should not show this to anyone. So you can export your private key, just type your password, and it's going to be exported. Okay, and you can paste it here. So I'm not going to show this on video, so I'm going to close this file, and I have already my private key and RPC key here, so I'm just going to copy paste it here. So now I have here my keys, but I didn't show it to you, obviously. So let's continue. So now we are ready to launch our smart contract on the quarterly testnet. So with this contract is going to be launched, and it's going to pick funds from, there is a problem here. It should be network 5. Okay, so we launched it. So this should launch to the quarterly testnet and should pick some funds from my MetaMask wallet here. Here should pick some funds from here because I gave him my private keys. So yeah, now we have to wait for the confirmation, And once this is over, we're going to focus on this mint button because we just launched this smart contract, so as an example. But yeah, now we're going to yeah, just add this button. So while that's deploying, we can continue here with the front end. We're going to create 3 files. We're going to create yeah, this is finished. So you can see there is the contract address here that we're going to need it later on. But yeah, now we're going to focus on the client, so on the front end, on the website, and we're going to create 3 files. The index.html, we're going to create another file where or the blockchain code is, I'm going to name it blockchain stuff.js, and a JSON file where we have the the ABI. We're going to look that in a month. So first, we're going to just copy paste here this simple vanilla HTML that is going to have the mint button, and it's going to have this. You can in this contract you can choose how many you want to mint when you click on mint. So you can have this select combo box here, and also we're going to connect to the blockchain stuff.js file here, and yeah, we will have this mint button on that when you click on mint, it's going to be called. So yeah, that's for the HTML. Now for the JavaScript side, we're going to copy paste here the blockchain stuff, and you will set up the network ID. So if you say, okay, I want to launch this on mainnet, Ethereum mainnet, so just put it the network ID 1 because mainnet is the mainnet network ID is 1. If you want to use Rinkev, you put 4. If you want to launch on Binance Smart Chain, it's 56. So you can pick whatever you want. So in this video, we're going to use Goerli, and we're going to paste here the contract address from the NFT that was printed when we deployed. So we just copy here and paste here. And also we're going to connect to the ABI JSON that is this file. By the way, all the names from the file I just pick whatever name I wanted. It's just some stuff that I decided. It doesn't have to be named that way. So so what do you put on the ABI file? So you go here when the builds contract, after you compile the contract, is going to be generated the ABI. So what is the ABI? The ABI is like your API. You can say if you are used to interact with a Web3 backend, you can say. Usually there is the API that you say, okay, you have like the name functions and the attribute function. So you can, yeah, it's basically the manual for how the front end can interact with the backend. So we just go here in the ABI JSON and in the ABI generated by the when you build your project, and here you go to the ABI tag and you copy all of this array and you paste it here. So once you pasted it, you yeah, that should be this. You should be able now to just run this server, just go to this client, just and everything should be working now. So first, if you want to test it out now, yeah, on this website, we're going to need to install I'm going to install this light server library. Actually, I already have it installed, so I don't know when I'm running this contract, see this command, so I'm going to cancel it. So once that finished, you can run this light server command, and you can see that here a lot of things are happening. It detected that you're connected to MetaMask. If not, if this is for you, because I was already connected to this local hosting, so is this your first time using it, it's going to pop up a connect button. So you click connect, and after that, you can mint, for example, I'm going to mint 2 NFTs. So it's going to charge me 0.02 Goerli ETH
And once I confirm and yeah, and the transaction is confirmed, it my balance that is now 0, I'm going to refresh the website and should be 2. So how all of this is working, so yeah, now it's confirmed, so I refresh. Now I have 2 NFTs. I have the 0 and the 1. So how all of this happened? So in here, just going to give you guys a quick rundown of the code. So we have this first part. All of this is initialization. So what we're going to initialize, we're going to initialize the MetaMask wallet, we're going to initialize the contract, we'll connect with it. So all of the is happening on this first part. You can take a look, and also there are some cool stuff. So for example, if you change network, you say, okay, you have to connect to Guerli. If you're not in the correct network, you silly, please I should it should say Guerli. I'm going to to correct this when I upload the video. But yeah, some stuff like that. All of that is done in this part, and yeah, here you should say Guerli. So and the second part is I added these 2 callbacks. So I have 2 callbacks. So once the contract is initialized, you can get the price from the contract. I say, okay, the price is 0.01. So that's what we do here. And when the wallet is connected, I added another callback that say, okay, there is a MetaMask here and the wallet is connected and you can do whatever you want. In this case, I just read how many NFTs has this user. In this case, it's 2. So first it was 0, now it's 2. So, and now there are also added this function. This is where you can, in this NFT contract, you can execute functions. So usually in Web3 libraries, we have a call functions and we have send functions. Call functions just read and are for free, and the send functions pop up MetaMask and you have to confirm the transaction and pay the fees because you're writing something on the blockchain. Well, yeah, so yeah, this is just like a general. You can take a look deeper in the code and see the parts that you interest the most. Also, if you don't understand something in the code, you can ask that on the chat. And yeah, I think that's it for it. And also, if you know Spanish, si sabes español, we have a Spanish channel, tenemos un canal en español. Si tu parles français, si hablan français, if you talk French, we also have a French channel that we're going to leave the link on the description. On va laisser le lien en la description. So see you guys later. Thanks for watching.